Hi, this is Tanya from Love Buddha Tarot back with a full moon reading for Capricorn. Tonight we have the Capricorn full moon. Just seeing who's feeling it. Wait and get a few people on there, and then I'm going to do readings for all of the signs as well, and just a little insight into what's came through regarding this. Hey, Tyler, when I finish this, if you're about, I'll call you on Skype because I really want to catch up with you. And it's been so long. So, hi, Tyler. So, as soon as I finish this live, I'll give you a call. Okay? If that's all right. There's a big kiss for you in the meantime. Hi, everybody coming on there. Definitely feeling, oh, please do. I would love that. Okay, Tyler, I'm so excited. You see what you do to me? You make me so excited. Yeah, we'll speak when I finish this. Yeah, so hi, everybody. Naomi, Cindy, Recovery, J Pompous, Cindy, Lauren, Live Love One, and Haley. Yay, I'm back. So yeah, loads of people coming on. So yeah, that's really good because there's quite an exciting energy. This is what I'm feeling for this this full moon. Yeah, Colleen, I did email you. I don't know if you've got your email. If you just check your spam if you haven't, because I did actually email you. Okay, so before I start this, I'm just, oh, my screen's just went really big there. Before I start this reading, just a little bit of business, you know, which I have to do. You were hoping I'd show up today. You're in Japan. Oh, cool. I've just done a reading in South Korea there. Yeah, so if anybody, the new moon offer is still on, which is a Skype reading at a discounted price for an hour, okay, which we can get pretty in depth. That is still on. So the link is below on how to book that. That is you communicate with me in FaceTime like this, okay, so that we can actually communicate. I've been doing a trial on video readings as well. They are still on at the discounted price. They are going to, if I decide to keep them on, they are going to go up a little bit in price, okay? And what you need to do is you need to send me a question, and then I will look at the question and I will send you a video link with your reading on it as well, okay? So the link is below for that. Like I say, they're on for a limited time while I decide whether I'm going to keep them on or not. And I know with time frames, you know, people can get they can't actually make the appointments, so you know that's why I'm trying to offer them. They're currently taking about 7 to 15 working days. I was a little bit ever the optimist, thought I could get them all out quicker, but I will only read when I'm, you know, and when you're doing a lot of them, it can actually sort of tire you out a bit. Okay, so yeah, loads of people in. We missed you. I said a prayer that you'd be back on. Thank you, Lucetta. How's Ibiza? Ibiza is amazing. Honestly, this place is every single day. I'm just getting, it's almost like it slapped me in the face with everything. I couldn't imagine life anywhere else at the moment. It is so hot at the moment. We're around about, I think we were 3 yesterday, which is great when you're lying on a beach, but I've only actually managed to get to the beach twice, you know, this year, because I have been working. On Sunday, I ended up going out on a catamaran, and I was literally out at sea behind all the islands. There was just nothing but blue sky, birds, good company, and just peacefulness. And it was wow. Honestly, it's such an overwhelming. I couldn't, for once in my life, I couldn't find the words to express it. But I don't know if any of you know, I have this issue with my head. I have a tumor in the brain, and it's been great for months, and it started again at the weekend. So, you know, I was took out on the sea to heal myself, and it was fantastic. It done the job. So yeah, it's so hot in London too. Yeah, I hear you're having a heat wave there. Yeah. Yeah, the price of the videos is down there. Everything, if you click on, everything is there, you know, before you purchase. So it's hard to see me. It's dark lighting. Right, I'll put a light on. I don't know how much it will help, but does that help a little bit? I'm having to do them inside because it's just so hot outside that I cannot read. Okay, so it's really sort of having to try and make this work for you, this weather, but it is hard. And like I say, I wish I could just hit the beach, but I can't. I have work to do. So this Capricorn full moon that we're getting, I made notes of what was coming through with it, so I am reading from notes here. But it's all about like sort of I feel a lot of us will be either rearranging or making adjustments to things as well, or like readjusting to things. Okay, life could be changing for us, and rather than seeing this as being scary, it's we should welcome it. Okay, so there's a big excitement coming, I feel, around this. Oh, everything's gone off there. Yeah, so there's a big excitement around this. This full moon is asking us to look at how we relate to others, okay, how we relate to ourselves, more importantly. And it's asking us to look back at the past, okay? Like a lot of people try and put the past behind them. The past is always very valuable to us, okay, because we can learn from it. We can learn how we should do things and how we shouldn't do things. Okay, it was Einstein that said, wasn't it, doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results is insanity, you know? So what we need to look at is what has been holding us back, okay? What sort of limiting beliefs have we got around ourselves or around how life should be that is stopping us from living the life that we actually deserve? And, you know, it is a birthright of all of us to be happy, to be content, and to be fulfilled as well. So this moon, I feel, is saying, where is it you see yourself in 5 years' time? Okay. What is it you want out of life? A lot of people, they settle and they say, right, okay, well, I'm happy with a lot. And that's great. You know, gratitude is key. But, you know, by putting off something you really want and something you really need is selling yourself short. And this is what we shouldn't do. You know, we're taught to do this, especially in Western society. We're taught to do this. And, you know, our wants and our needs go unfulfilled. And we feel it's bad to say that we want something, you know, especially when you start to live a spiritual life. It's like, I can do with less. And you can, you know, because your happiness is not like reliant on that. But it's also, we need to remember to dream big, and you know, our dreams can come true. This is what we need to understand. Okay. So this is asking us to see, where do you want to be in 5 years' time? Do you look at your life and think, right, okay, if I had this in 5 years' time, I would still totally be happy. I would if I was still in Ibiza and everything was the way it is at the moment. But there are other things that I would want in order to be able to sustain this life as well. So what we need to do is, it's saying here, we need to look at where we have let ourselves down in the past, okay? A lot of times we let ourselves down by like not wanting to let somebody else down, you know, but we've got to be true to ourselves. And I'm not saying that in a selfish way, you know, we need to be the best that we can be and firing on all cylinders in order for us to then relate to the other people in our lives that have the importance as well. So this is asking us to look at, you know, where we've let ourselves down, and you know, how we can release these limiting patterns. You know, what is it we really need? Because it's okay to have needs, and it's important that we actually go out in search of getting these needs met as well, you know. And often if we're in discomfort or if we're in pain, that pain is only pushing us and pushing us until this vision appears, and that will pull us. So it's almost like pain will push and push, and we resist pain, so we stay in that place. But once we have that vision and we hold that vision, we can let that pain push us into that vision. Once it hits, there's like a certain mark, and then that vision pulls, okay, and the pain is left behind. And this is what we need to focus on as well, because sometimes we can actually become comfortable and we can settle for less than we deserve, okay, because that is comfortable. And actually, whenever we're challenged or whenever you know, something might look too far out of reach for you, but never let that make you give up hope, okay? Because hope is so important. And this is what I feel this Capricorn moon is saying. So it's like we need to realize that, you know, what our worth is. We need to realize what our life is worth as well. And we need to look at our happiness and our fulfillment as the most important factors within our lives as well. Spirit said to me when I was writing these notes, hope springs eternal. So it's like never ever give up hope. And it reminded me of there's, there's a reason. If we think we're in a car, okay, we go in a car when we're going on a journey. And there is a reason why we're looking forward. We don't go in the car and go in reverse. We don't do that. So there's a reason why the windscreen is huge and the rear view mirror is tiny, okay? Because we need to occasionally check back just to make sure what's behind, but we're going forward. And that is where our vision should be, if that makes sense. So this is it. There is a new reality awaiting us. It's exciting. It's empowering, it's much deserved, and it's much needed. Okay. And this is what I feel this Capricorn moon is about for us. So, like I say, it's a period of excitement. And it's, if we look at Capricorn, okay, Capricorn is the goat. Goatskin, have you ever seen the goats stand on the cliff edge and they're just standing? It's like, how the hell did they even get there? And this is what we need to believe. It's not about how we get there, it's about the fact that we get there, okay? And that we have secure footing and that we are secure. We don't want to stand on a rock and let everything crumble, okay? We don't want to be sort of putting stones in the road when they are none there. And we don't want to be sifting through stones when there could be diamonds there, okay? So this is what we need to do. We need to get ourselves secure, get ourselves grounded, and have this vision of where we are going. Capricorn is always about like long-term planning as well. So it might not be you can make changes today that will affect your future. You might not see it straight away, but it's all like, it's getting that ball rolling and it's getting everything sort of going in the right direction. We're not rolling back. We cannot go back, okay? But like I say, we can learn from the past, okay? But we cannot take it with us, okay? We're going forward, and this is it. That is the only way to go forward. And it's almost like, where is it you want to go? My mom used to say to me, life is not a dress rehearsal. You don't get another chance, okay? And we kind of just reset the reset button and say, all right, okay, I want to do that again. We can't. It doesn't work like that. So it's about making the most of today, making the most of who we are as well, and it's about making the most of all of this amazing magic that the universe provides us with every day, because it's there. We just need to believe it, okay? And it's when we believe it, that's when we will see it. So it's really a case of dream big at the moment. So I hope that makes sense to some of you. So, right, I'm just going to, all the chats disappeared. I'm just going to have a look at the chat and see what people have been saying, and then I'm going to get on with the readings for the other star signs. But chat has completely disappeared there for some reason. Hey, it's bad. I have so many problems with the computers when I get excited or when I get stressed. Everything breaks down. My flatmate had to sort stuff out yesterday. Nice to see you there, totally by chance. Hi, mate. I just turned up, not too late. I recently deal with bullshit or issues in the moment. Yeah, that's it. And make sure that we respond rather than react. A lot of times it's an instant reaction, and that is an old way of being, okay? But if we think about it, when we think about something first, or we take the time and don't respond straight away, if something pushes a trigger on us or something like that, don't respond to it straight away, or don't react to it straight away. Take some time and then respond to it, okay? So, right, what is everybody been saying? Going for gold. Yeah. Hey, Cappy's are the little mountain goats. They are. Right, okay. Hello, new energy, positive energy. People just need love, acceptance, and recognition. We do, and connection as well. Connection is so important. And a lot of people cut themselves off from that, but connection is our fuel. We need it. It is our food. It is the food for our soul, connecting with others. Right. I embrace this life. I believe I'm truly enjoying your reading. You are speaking to my heart. Thank you, Rachel. Yeah, I'm so excited lately, Cindy. Yeah, you can feel something coming. It is. This is such a. It's an exciting time. Yes, it's challenging, but it's because we're needing to, they're wanting us to step up, okay, not step aside. We need to step up, and this is what we need to do. Step into our greatness, realize, that we're all in this together as well. There's no hierarchy with it. We are all as powerful as everybody else, and we need to embrace that power. Yeah, somebody said, was it Nate there? Am I still in Ibiza? Yes, I am. Yeah. And there is, I hope, no chance of me leaving here soon. I absolutely love the place. I just love our little family here. Yeah, it's great, isn't it? Yeah, vibrations are, when you are around lower vibrations, you can distance yourself from them, Nate. But that is what you do, when you keep on your vibration, and then you will attract other people of the same. I look very tanned. Just on the top of, though, it's like I say, I need to get to the beach. I need to get on the beach. Yeah, the tower is brilliant, Ria. The tower is come to free you. People panic about the tower, and it's actually one of my favorite cards. Because if we think, what comes after the tower is the star, and that is renewal. It's renewed hope. It's vulnerability. It's wishes coming true. It's fantastic. Okay. So right, what I'm going to do, I'm going to go through the star signs, but I'm going to do it different to tarot. I got these cards the other day. I bought them. They were a gift, and I absolutely adore them. And they're actually old traditional Spanish playing cards, but they have the suits of the discs, of the cups, of the swords. They're absolutely beautiful. And I seen them, and I was like, "Oh God, look at them!" And I bought them, and I just sat. We went for a Carajillo. My favorite thing at the moment. I have coffee with Bailey's and then over ice, and it's your favorite thing. And I just got these out to play with them, and instantly they just like they started talking to me. First time I'd used them, so I'm gonna actually use these to do the reading and see how they work. Okay, so right, I'm gonna have a drink. I'm so dry today. Oh, thank you. Right, okay. So who do we start with? We start with Aries, don't we? I like your accent. It's a Geordie accent. I got the Osho deck. Yeah, Osho deck is so powerful. I've had that years. I love it, Haley. The Osho deck is fantastic. So, right, this is for Aries, and this is like, what insight is this full moon bringing you? What is it you need to know? What is it you need to either let go of or embrace or whatever? Yeah, they are. They're like the original Marseille deck. Yeah. Right. Okay. So this is for Aries. What is this full moon in Capricorn bringing in? Whoa. Right. Okay, Aries. This is interesting. Whoa. Yeah, very interesting. This. One more, because they're flying out here. So these are the ones that need to be picked. So I'm letting them fly out. God, it's so warm. So warm. Wait, there you go. So what are these ones? Right, okay. So, Aries, what you're getting here is, I still feel, and I'm sure I said this at the new moon, and now we're on the full moon. There is still this defensiveness around you, Aries, okay? I don't know what it is, but it's almost like you have this protection. It's like it's almost like you don't believe that you are entitled to have happiness, or you are entitled to have fun, okay? But what this is saying, it's like joy, okay? This is a joy. What is it that makes you experience true joy? What is there for it? This is talking about connection, it's talking about happy times, but it's almost like you're still, it's still not fully stepping into it. But what this moon is saying to you is, it is safe to do this, okay? It's safe to start planning for the future. It's almost like you're scared, Aries, of planning too far, why am I saying four? Too far ahead, okay? In case like everything crumbles. And what this is saying is it is okay to start planning. It is time to take action as well, okay? And start to think, as I've said there, where do you want to see yourself in 5 years' time? Is it where you are now? If it is, great, stay there. If it's not, then how do you start planning to get into a different place? Okay. So, Aries, it is okay for you to be happy. It is okay for you to experience pure joy. Okay. And it is not all going to fall apart. You can plan. Okay. So, quite a strange one as well for Aries. This card is it very rarely comes out. But what this is saying is your vibration is being raised to a higher level. You be feeling that you are in this world, but somehow not of this world. This is the magic of creation, of work in your life. As silver starlight enters your aura, your energy field is strengthened, giving you a clearer connection to spirit and revealing the greater purpose in your life. That's actually really, really interesting because I was with the Aries yesterday. There was some strange stuff going on about there with this moon. So yeah, so I hope that makes sense to some of you, Aries. Yeah, I hope that makes some sense to some of you. Okay. So what do we have now? We have Aries, we have Gemini. So I'm going with Gemini. We continue to work we are here to do and just be joyful and healthy at the same time and stop want to work as a healer anymore. Jessica, that's quite not a tough question, but there's a lot to go into it. And I'm sorry, I cannot do it here online because it would take up too much time. I could, the only way I can answer something like that is to, and see why you're feeling like that, is to do a personal reading, Jessica. Okay. So I'm sorry, I can't answer that one on here. Right. So this is for Gemini. What is this full moon meaning for Gemini? God, it's so warm. Right, okay, Gemini. Wow, it's going to be a bit of an emotional one for you, I feel. We had the new moon in Gemini a couple of weeks ago, so this could be the sort of knock-on effect for that, for Gemini. What I feel with this, Gemini, is that it's almost like you're having to leave something behind, okay, but you're clinging on to the last threads of it because there is a disappointment, there is a sadness, there is something around it. It's almost like, when I was talking about the past before, it's like you don't want to let go of the past, but it's almost like you cannot stay there, okay? And it's what is this that's coming through? I feel that, again, you're selling yourself short if you don't do this, okay? If you stay where you are, there is this disappointment and this sadness. It's almost like it's slipping away from your fingers and you're not sure. The past is holding too much importance to you, Gemini. This is what it is. You're looking in that rear view mirror too much. And this is stopping you from focusing on your future and where you want to be, okay? So this is what I feel this new moon is highlighting for you. It's about, it's about moving out of that past. It's past. If you look at the word, it's like, woof, it's past, it's gone. You cannot get it back. It doesn't exist anymore, okay? And if you look, you'll be looking at like through nostalgic eyes rather than actually looking at what it really was. Your future will be so much brighter. You just need to keep your focus on that. The card that I pulled for you here is New Direction. And this is saying life seem like a whirlwind at the moment, yet there is divine order to the present circumstance. What may appear as chaos is often angelic forces of the universe at work. After the storm clears, you will be steered in a new direction, a time of renewed health, joy, and abundance. So there you go. It's forward thinking, forward looking, Gemini. Okay. So, right. This is for Taurus. What is this, Gemini? No, this Capricorn full moon given for Taurus. You like these cards? Aren't they amazing? I absolutely adore them. They're so simple, yet so powerful, I think. Right. So this is Taurus. Right. Okay, Taurus, I feel for you. Okay, that didn't even sound like a voice there, did it? I feel for you, Taurus. When I'm looking at this, there is something, it's going to be more financial and security wise for you, okay, rather than emotionally wise. I feel, Taurus, some of you are, it's almost like your things could be getting better financially for you, or you could be feeling like you're in a safe space and you're quite secure. But as I mentioned before, you're then getting this panic as if, what if this all falls away from me? What will I do then? Okay. And this is what you need to address. You need to actually, if this all falls away, then you will deal with it. Okay. And you will still have had the experience. So it's almost like here, you don't have to let fear in, because fear, when we start to let fear in, this can turn to doubt. When we start to doubt, we stop doing, and then our thoughts become things, and we can have a self-fulfilling prophecy. So it's almost like, give gratitude for where you are, Taurus. Don't let fear in, okay? Because fear could make this fade. And like I say, I feel you're in a secure place. Allow it, okay? So the card that I pulled for you here as well says, don't get so caught up with the everyday drama of life. Close your eyes, focus on your breath, and allow it to carry you into a peaceful space inside your heart, an eternal place beyond time filled only with love. So that is it. When we're working from our ego, this is when fear will get in. When we're working from our soul, this is when every thought we have is filled with love. Okay. So this is what you need to do, Taurus. You need to come from a place of love. You need to work from your soul. See everything as an observer. Everything is an experience, okay? Some things last, some things don't. But don't cling on, and your happiness does not depend on this, okay? You can be happy and have nothing, okay? Some of the happiest people I've ever met have very, very little, okay? And it's not because they chose that, but it's they realize they need very little to make them happy, because their happiness it comes from inside of them. Okay, so I hope that makes sense, Taurus. The chat keeps going missing here, so right, okay. Right, okay, so who do we have after Taurus? Aries, Gemini, Taurus, Cancer we have. Right, okay, so Cancer. Right, so what is this Capricorn moon for Cancer? Okay, what is the message for you here? Wow, all about your stability here, all about your stability, your possessions, what you're owning as well. I feel there is a feeling of lack coming in here, Cancer. Okay, there's a feeling of lack. There's a feeling of options and illusions. Okay, there's a feeling of not being in control of what you have as well. Okay, it's almost like you're waiting for something. You're waiting for this security to come. It's almost like you're feeling like you haven't got it. Okay, and this is kind of saying here that it's not just going to come to you out of the blue. You need to actually go out and look for it, or make the changes where you're going to feel this security. Okay, it's like you're waiting and waiting for something to happen, and it's not. Okay, and it's not happening, and it's because you're needing to take action, Cancer. Okay, and this is very, like I say, I feel with this, it's like, you know, it, yeah, it's almost like you need to take responsibility for your happiness, and you need to go out and see what it is that will give you that. Okay, what it is that will give you that, because where you're looking, you're not going to find it. I don't know if you've ever heard that, like that old game, and where people are looking for something, and you're like, you're getting warmer, or you're getting colder. And this is it. Wherever you're looking for this stability and this security and this security for your future, Cancer, is not where you're going to find it. Okay, so there's big changes needed here. And the card that I'm picking for you here is called Reflection. And this says, reflect upon, bless, and be grateful for all of the beautiful times you've had in your life. Give thanks for what you have experienced. And what you need to look at is life is beautiful. Okay, you've had these experiences. Yeah, they might not have turned out the way that you planned, but it's look back on them, reflect on them, remember them, and then release them. Okay, because you are going in a different direction, and that is where you will find your treasure. Okay, so that is Cancer. So what have we got? Leo. No, I'm not Scottish. I'm a Geordie. I'm from Newcastle. Right. Okay. So Leo. Nate, she's from Newcastle. Thanks, Nate. Oh, I'm really looking forward to this. I'm going to phone Tyler after this. I've never spoke to him for ages, and it's like, Right, okay, so Leo. What do we have for Leo? So many people are defensive at the moment, aren't they? Leo's is very similar to Aries here. And what this is saying is it's like, it's okay to start thinking about yourself, Leo. Okay, you don't have to. It's almost like I feel you've had yourself cut off for that long that to actually go in search of what will give you pleasure is kind of like, oh no, I shouldn't be doing that. I'm doing something wrong. You're not. You're doing something wrong if you don't go in search of it. Okay, so it's almost like allow yourself to dream big, okay? Allow yourself to daydream. Allow yourself to think that things can get better. Allow yourself to feel happiness from the very core of your being. And allow yourself to laugh like a child again. We don't have to have all of these restrictions. Restrictions keep us closed off, okay? We look at children. I was looking at kids the other day, and it was like, they're just like little drunks, they just do whatever they want, and they don't care who's watching or what other people think or whatever. So please, Leo, cut yourself some slack. It is okay to be you. It is okay to have fun as well, okay? So, like I say, this is, please take that on board, Leo. You don't have to be the strong one all of the time, okay? Sometimes being strong is saying, you know what, my wants and needs are important, and I'm going to go after them, and I'm going to enjoy myself, and I'm going to have a bloody good belly laugh, okay? So that is what I feel is coming in for Leo with this Gemini moon, okay? So yeah, and the card that I pulled for you here says instinct, and it says follow your natural instincts. You are making the current issue more complicated than it needs to be. Trust in the universe. Allow your intuition to guide you. You are always safe and you are always held. So this is it. You don't have to be the protector. You don't have to be the person with all the rules. Let them go. Let yourself go. Cut yourself some slack, and you will see that life gets you better. Life will get better for you. Gets you better. My grammar is terrible. Right. Okay. Yeah, Nate. Hopefully some good news for Virgos. They're little drunks. Watch them, Haley. They are the way they walk and everything. I really think it's funny. Right. Okay. Haley has no problem taking care of himself and doing whatever he wants. Okay. You know what? I really feel when people, when people come on here and stuff like that, or when people cross watch and then they go, no, this is, and they always having a dig at somebody else, rather than thinking about other people, think about what you're doing. Okay. It's not about other people. It's about what you're doing. Make your life better rather than focusing on other people as well. Thank you, Scattered Mystic. I'm pleased that was spot on. Right, okay. So we're on Leo. Right, okay. So, yeah, we're on Virgo. Wow, that come quick, didn't it? Tyler sent you here, did he? Oh, well, hi. I'm going to speak to Tyler in a bit. I can't wait. Right, okay. So this is Virgo. I always get scared when I do the Virgos because I'm Virgo myself. So, right, what is this? Full moon got to do with Virgo, okay? You know what? This is why I love spirit and I love the way that they work. As I picked the cards up there, a card fell on the floor, okay? And I picked it up and I thought, well, no, that's not for Virgos because I didn't put the intent in straight away. So I got the cards and I started shuffling them. And the same card came out as the first one, okay? So it's like I say, they always get their message across here. So, right, okay, Virgo. What I'm seeing here for Virgos, okay, is I feel that this full moon is a time for you to, there's a little bit indecision for you here. It's sort of you're weighing up your options. You're weighing up the pros and cons, okay? things haven't been easy for Virgos, which I mean, they haven't for a lot of the signs, so I'm not just being personal with that, but it's almost like you've been through the mill, so you know what you want and know what you don't want, okay? And it's almost like this is your time. This is your time. There are good things going to happen, but there is a sacrifice that needs to make a sacrifice or a compromise, okay? But what Virgo needs to learn in this full moon is that yes, compromises can be made, but make sure that you're not compromising yourself, okay, in this. Because what I'm seeing here is it's looking at, are you truly happy, or is just what you've got better than what you had, okay? So it's almost like, it's, is that making sense? That's quite a strange one here, isn't it? Because it's, you know what you want, Virgo, and I think this is because you know what you don't want as well, but it's almost like this is where I feel, I mean, Virgos are the analytical, aren't they? But I really feel it's almost like they're taking on the Capricorn. Now, Virgos are very analytical and they can be too much in their head. Capricorns are very logical, okay, and they might make lists and stuff like that. So I see Virgo sort of getting into this, like maybe even writing a pros and cons list as to where you want to go, what you have, what you haven't, what you want, and this is what I feel. So it's going to be you're going to have to get your thinking caps on, I feel, Virgo. This is what is coming in for you over this full moon in Capricorn. But I like it. There's, what I feel, whatever decision you make, Virgo, they're coming through here with whatever decision you make, you're going to be all right. Okay, you're going to be all right. There's like nothing really standing your way. There's a lot of growth in both directions. And the card that we got here is tranquility. And this is trust. All will turn out well. Everything will fall into place. Peace of mind and tranquility will soon be restored. Okay. And this is it. It's a very, very peaceful card. So I feel, Virgo, try to be at peace. Find that peace within your heart before you make any decision. As I said before, don't react. Respond, even if it takes you a couple of days to do this, okay? And you can make compromises, but make sure that you're not compromising yourself in the process, okay? We lose connection. Right. Okay. Sorry about that. It's I'm on Wi-Fi here, so it should be okay. So right, we've got Libra. What we have here, Libra. Right. Okay, Libra. So what has this full moon in Gemini got for Libra? Oh God, it's so hot here. Oh, Libra. There's a lot going on here. You are so much in your head. There's a lot going on in your head, Libra, with this full moon. So what I'm feeling here, there's something, it's almost like, right, okay. Right, sorry, I'm just getting what it is here. What I'm getting here, okay, is I feel like there is conflict, okay? Now, this could be internal conflict. This could be external. I feel there could be words said around this time, either by you or to you, that could really make you think or make you react, okay? There is your security here, and I feel that there's being pulled into different directions. It's almost like two very strong forces, but two different forces, if that makes sense. So one is security, one is power. So it's almost like there's a power struggle, right? That's it. There's a power struggle going on here. And I feel like you're stuck in the middle, okay? You're stuck in the middle even of yourself. And there's an element of, I feel that there is an element of distrust, an element of deceit, okay, that could become apparent around this time, which is going to affect this decision, okay? It's almost like something you hear could make you think in a different way. Okay, so I'm seeing you. It's almost like when I was saying the rear view mirror. It's with this. I feel you need to have like eyes in the back of your head. Yeah, I'm pulling another card for clarity here for Libra. There are a lot of illusions around you, Libra. Okay, so I feel that if your gut is telling you that something isn't right or something doesn't feel right, trust it. Okay, because it's like somebody is trying to pull the wool over your eyes, because your soul knows this and it's trying to give you the messages that this is happening, but you have no evidence of this. So you're thinking this is just your thought pattern that is actually taking you in a different direction. You are doubting yourself. Okay, so what you need to do is trust your instinct. Have eyes in the back of your head. Keep your friends close and your enemies closer, Libra. Okay, going to be a tricky moon, I feel, for you, but very enlightening, because I do feel something is going to come out in the wash, if that makes sense. Okay, so I'm going to see what the spirit card is for you. They're not these. This is, your energy is all over, Libra. I feel your energy is all over. These aren't even wanting to shuffle here. It's almost like you don't want to know. This is what I'm getting. It's like, there's something, but it's like, oh no, I don't want to know. I don't want to see this, but I feel you've got to. This is what you've got to do. But these are, they're not shuffling. Wow. Right, come on, please, for Libra. Please, for Libra. Spirit card for Libra. Wow. Sorry about this. Like I say, I always let these ones jump out, It isn't. Right. Okay. What is there? Right. Okay. There's two fell out for you there. Okay. So I'm going to read the two, Libra. So one says here, it's intention. And what it says is, do not lose sight of your original intention. Check inside your heart to see if the path you are traveling fits with your original hopes and aspirations. If it's not, take action, take control, and steer your life back on course. The other one comes in, and this says there's a message coming from afar. Expect positive and refreshing news. This is a great outcome for all. Okay, so you have intention and you have a message coming. Okay, so I'm sorry, the chat's gone off. I hope that makes sense. What do we have after Libra? Libra. Right, is everybody there? Have I frozen? Have I frozen? I hope not, because I don't know if this is then going to carry on. Right, okay, so yay, everybody's back. Yes, Scorpio. This is what's coming in now. Scorpio. I really like these cards. You only froze on Virgo. So did the Virgo reading actually go up? You hear me? Yeah, can we do Scorpio, please? I'm doing Scorpio now. You're not frozen. I know I'm red hot. I'm actually melting here. I think I'll go to the beach after this. Right, okay, so this is Scorpio. See what we've got. See what we're having. Right, okay. Right, okay. Scorpio, I feel this could be work, okay, or career or something like that. I feel this is what it is. And it's almost like I feel you're getting recognition, or there's an opportunity coming for you, which could be massively beneficial for your future. It's almost like, this could be it. This could be the foundation to build your future on. Okay, so this is all there for you. But what is happening with this is you are getting too much in your head about it. So you are actually starting to panic. You're starting to doubt it. You're starting to, am I good enough? Is this for me? What if I lose it before you've even got it? Okay. So what this moon is for you, Scorpio, I think it's really a case of being in the present. Okay. Just being. Don't project too much. Don't look back too much. Okay. Because this is where you are going to get problems. Okay, what you need to it's like the power of now. Today is all that exists. If you let yourself go either way, future or back, you're going to get this anxiety, okay? And this anxiety is all in your head, okay? There's nothing to be worried about. There are good things coming, there's security. It's almost like the universe is wanting to set you up for the future, but then you're actually doubting it or thinking, oh, could this actually help me? Yes, it could. So please don't let doubt come in, okay? I expect, as some of you I feel have been having some problems sleeping or something like that as well, but it's almost like, yeah, you are not what you think, Scorpio, okay? And yeah, and I think that's in more ways than one. It's almost like whatever your head is telling you, don't believe it, and you are a lot more than what you think you are as well, okay? So, right, I'm going to pull a spirit card. Right, okay. Right, yeah, somebody's saying that by liking the video, is that video? Yeah, it would be massively beneficial if everybody could, please. I don't know what YouTube's doing, but like I say, it's all dropped a little bit, and I do want to continue doing these as well. Does this anxiety come from fear? Yeah, Jennifer, all anxiety comes from fear. That is it. When we're coming from this place, that is where anxiety is. So, right. So, what this is saying here, okay, Scorpio, is responsibility. And this is saying, do what feels right for you above all else. It's impossible to please all parties all of the time. You have responsibility only for your own life and your actions, and others must take responsibility for themselves. So, it's almost like you might be frightened to excel for fear of what other people actually think or say or whatever, but it's not. This is about you, and you deserve, and you need to live your life in a way that is good for you. This isn't about other people, Scorpio, okay? You're important here. So right. Thank you, everybody. Like. And if you haven't already subscribed, could you subscribe or tell your friends as well, please? Oh, right. Okay. So this is who we are now. Scorpio, Sagittarius. Right. Okay. So Sagittarius, again, I feel this could be around work for you, or it could be around income or something like that. And I feel there could be a decision to make. It's almost like you have two choices. Some of you be thinking of a new job, or you'd be looking at where you are thinking, do I really want to be here? Is this what I really want with life? Because I feel you are, it's almost like I feel that you're a little bit stagnant at the moment, Sagittarius, okay? It's a little bit of a, oh God, my life's just a bit shit, and it's not. And, if it is, then it's up to you to make the decisions to actually change this and, make the changes that are needed. So I just feel you're feeling a little bit like, at the moment, that's where you are, Sagittarius. But this full moon is coming in to say to you, it is decision time, okay? It is decision time. It's in your hands. You will make the decision. Nobody can make this for you, but you need to actually start taking action rather than just sitting and complaining about where you are. If you don't like where you are, then change it, okay? Cross the road to be on the sunny side of the street, if it's dark and gloomy where you are. This is it. It's all about perspective as well. So like I say, there's a lot of sort of juggling thoughts I feel for you, Sagittarius, this month. And what? Yeah, I'm just doing Sagittarius now, autumn. Right, okay, and these spirit cards are working funny now. I'm not sure why. Come on, Sagittarius. Come on. What do we want for Sagittarius? Okay. My chat keeps going off. I don't know if everybody else's does or not. It's the problem with doing these lives. I mean, it's saying here that my connection is great, but right, okay. So this is for Sagittarius, and it's saying emotional transformation, emotional breakthrough. This is release, freedom. It's safe for you to express how you feel. Let it all out, okay? This is what you need to do. It's pointless just sitting there feeling stuck. You need to take action, okay? Even if this is an emotional break off or something like that, you need to do it in order to have this breakthrough. So you're not having a breakdown, you're having a breakthrough, okay? but you need to put action into it. You're putting too much energy into what you haven't got and what you don't like. So you need to actually flip that around, okay, and make the changes necessary. So, right, okay, Sagittarius, what do we have after Sagittarius? Capricorn. Capricorn. So, ooh, what's in the Capricorn for the Capricorn moon? Capricorn. All right. Capricorn, what is this full moon here to give you? Right, okay. Right, okay, Capricorn, what I feel here, right, whatever has happened, what I'm getting here, I feel like you are at a phase of moving on, okay? Now that doesn't mean moving on from people or something like that. It might do for some of you, you know, but it's not for all of you. But it's almost like right, okay, sorry, I've just come in. You found your footing, okay? You have found your safe footing. So what this is saying is it's been a struggle for you, okay? It's almost like I feel some Capricorns will have found their safe place or found where they want to be. So it's almost like the past is being your friend here. You can look back at the past and know that you've got through that, okay? All of the challenging times, all of the stress and strife that you have endured, it's almost like your footing is safe now, Capricorn. It's safe for you to be you, and it's safe for you to express how you feel as well, okay? And the card here, I don't know if this is regarding relationships, Capricorn, because the card that I've got here is called Aura of Love. And what this is saying is the union of light and dark, of earth and sky, a balancer of anima and animus, the merger of two souls. Acknowledge the masculine and feminine aspects of yourself, both the yin and the yang, and this will create perfect balance. So it's almost like when I said this is, you've got your sure footing. It's you are in balance, Capricorn, okay? You are now in balance. You know, you've been off balance and now you've brought it in. So you've done this for yourself. So it's really giving yourself recognition and allowing yourself to move on from the struggles rather than anything else, okay? So Aquarius. Right, what do we have for Aquarius? Oh, these are falling out all over. Yeah, I'm actually trying to think about how I can take a couple of weeks off in the summer because it's just far too hot to work. So I actually do that. Can you hear that or not? There's drumming. There must be something for the full moon. Wow, I'm going to go and find out where that is actually. You know what? When people just put stupid thing on, you have aircon in that big house or not? No, I haven't, Haley. No aircon. It's ridiculous. It is. It's just like the car's the worst. Honestly, I've been driving down into Ibiza town every day. As somebody in hospital there, and absolutely ridiculous. You open the windows and then the aircon, and then I was in a crash on Saturday as well. Somebody hit the back of me, and you know, it's crazy. The island is getting very different because there's a lot more people on the island now, so the traffic is bad. Hold on, I'm just going to block this user here if I can. Right, hide user. There you go. Yeah. So yeah. Well, the chanting drums to your heart. Yeah, maybe it is. So Aquarius. Wow, this is going to be a good full moon for you. Okay, I feel there's a lot of stability coming for you. I feel a lot of thinking, but it's almost like you're ready for new things. You're ready to light that spark within your belly again. You know, it's almost like you can feel you are coming out of the dark now. You're going into, you know, calmer times, smoother times. It's going to be nice for you. You're wanting this security. You're feeling at home in your skin. You're wanting your environment to actually reflect that as well. So it's going to be a very, very good one, I feel, for you, Aquarius. Okay, it's like, yeah, this is it. There's a spark. There's new beginnings coming for you. Okay, expect ideas. You could, over this full moon period, you could have an idea that is going to go, all right, okay, I could do that for the future. Maybe something that you haven't even thought of before. So it's very inspiring. And I think you're going to be very inspired inspired as well. Okay, see you later, Spirit. Yes, so you're going to be very, very inspired. So yeah, it's good times, good times. It's like I'm feeling this spark of maybe, sorry, maybe creativity, maybe ideas. It's like, it's yeah, you've got it going on, Aquarius. I feel. Come on, a spirit card for Aquarius. Whoa, 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 whoa. Yeah. You know what, but I love these cards. I really do. Inspiration. That's what I just said. This is saying your love, light, and wisdom touch the hearts and minds of many. You will be instrumental in helping another person change the course of their life. Miracles, inspiration, and healing result. So there you go. That's exactly what I've just said there. It's a good time for you, Aquarius. Use this moon wisely. And last but not least, Pisces. Pisces, Pisces, Pisces. Right, come on, Pisces. Come on, Pisces. Come on, Pisces. Pisces, Pisces, Pisces. Pisces. Hi, Terry. Hi. Pisces moon. Right, okay. Pisces, Pisces, Pisces. Come on, come on. There seems to be a little shyness with Pisces at the minute. What's going on with Pisces? Come on, step up, step up. Hey, roll up, isn't it? What's that for the carnivals, isn't it? Yeah, Pisces. Oh, Pisces. Get out of your head, please. I really feel it's almost like when I'm looking at this, Pisces, you're going over too much what somebody has said to you in the past, okay? It's almost like you're taking offense, or you're taking something to heart that somebody of authority or something has said to you, and this is it's got your back up a little bit. And Pisces, this isn't meant to be you. It's almost like I feel you're cutting off in some way, whereas Pisces, you're all about being open, you're all about being loving, you're all about using your heart instead of your head. So please get out of your head, Pisces, especially over this full moon, okay? You are safe to do so. If somebody said something to you in the past or whatever, if it's not true, don't even spend more than 5 minutes worrying about it, okay? That is a projection of their reality, not yours, okay? So please, I know you're sensitive. Please don't take things to heart, Pisces. Please don't, okay? Because this is what you've got to do. You've got to get into your heart. You've got to allow that amazing, creative, beautiful brain to stay in the clouds, okay? That is what you need to do here, Yeah, Nate. I mean, that's, a lot of Pisces are empathic as well, and to other people, when we're an empath, it can look like we're overreacting to something very small. But when you're an empath and you feel it on that level, you can, the slightest little thing can cut very, very deep, And yeah, Pisces and Virgos make best friends. A lot of my favorite people are Pisces. I love it. I relate very much to Pisces myself as well, even though I have none of it in chart at all. None of it. But yeah, I mean, what we've got to remember is other people might react in a different way to us, but that is their reality, as well. And we have to respect that, because everybody is at a different part on the journey as well, and everybody has free will as well. Being an empath can be a blessing and a curse. Yes, it can. It's like, when you see things and feel things that you don't want to feel as well, but then you experience the good. And it's quite a magical thing in a way, but by getting other people to understand us when they don't experience that can be pretty hard. I know it was Jeff Buckley, I love Jeff Buckley. And he said, what was it? That being a sensitive is like you hear a flea land on a dog and you hear a sonic boom, and that's what it's like. And that is not always easy to live with, neither. And sometimes you just need to take yourself away, or take yourself out of any situation that threatens your balance or your peace. Okay, so I always carry stones around with me all the time. Right, okay, so this is the last one for Pisces. Come on, Pisces, what do we need to know here? Whoa, 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 whoa. Oh, those. Right, okay. Yeah, so this is it, Pisces, okay? You get into your heart. This is where your passion lies, okay? You are the artist, you are the dreamer of the astrological chart, This is why people love you. I mean, it's, what was it John Lennon said? You say I'm a dreamer, but you're not the only one, Pisces, okay? It's not just you. Other people get you. Other people understand you, okay? The people that give you shit for being who you are, let them go, because they're obviously not part of your tribe. The connection isn't there. But the people that get you, embrace them, because they will encourage you rather than try and pull you down. And what this card is saying is you hold the infinite power of creation within you, a divine artist. Create something beautiful today. Feel the stars shining. You are one with the universe and nature. The eternal light of creation shines through you forever. So this is it, okay? It's safe to be you, Pisces. Don't change for anybody, and don't let somebody's words change you either, okay? Because, like I say, if they've said something that isn't coming from a loving place and without a good intent, then you don't need to take that on board. Just fire it right back at them, okay? So I hope that makes sense to some of you. I agree. Thank you, Terry. I haven't got any makeup on today. It's like I had to come straight to work, and it's too hot. I put it on anyway, and it just slides straight off. So yeah, I'm thinking. I'm just thinking that I really might do a full moon ceremony myself tonight outside. I'm really just feeling that. That's come in there. So yeah, so if anybody does want a personal reading with me, like I say, the new moon offer, the link is below. If you want to book in, it will show you availability for that. Or if anybody wants to take advantage of the video readings that I'm currently doing, because I don't know if they're going to be there permanently, there is a little bit of a wait for them. But once you purchase it, I will send you an email asking for a question. Now, be aware that they do work so much better with a question rather than a general, okay? Because when there's not the feedback between it, the question needs to be sort of pretty tight, and then you will get there. The more clear the question, the clearer the answers will be, okay? So yeah, I would love to connect with some of you, and thank you all for being here today as well. It's fantastic. And I love it. Thank you for all you give, Tanya. Blessings to you. Thank you. Yeah, I love how you all communicate with each other as well. I really, really love that, But yeah, thank you so much. And I do appreciate you all so much as well. And like I say, I'm sorry I'm not giving as much as myself as I normally do, but the experience of being on this island, I need to be here as well, and I need to be present and take, it's like I say, it's magical, and it's very, very learning. And I do feel, a lot of friends, I had a message from one of my friends the other day saying, have you gone AWOL? Where are you? It's just days are so full, once I finish work, then there's always so much to do. And it's just like, I'm like a sponge. I'm just soaking the whole lot in, so it's I do appreciate that, that people understand that as well, okay? So I'm going to go now, and I'm sending lots of love to everybody. Remember, this is an exciting time. It's not to be feared, okay? And really think about, where do you want to be in 5 years' time? What changes do you need to make? What life could you be living? Exactly, double Pisces. I've just said that to somebody in a reading today. 5D is great, but we must live in the 3D as well. Honestly, I want to high five you there, double Pisces, because that is it. People think it's all this, this love and light and stuff like that, and I'm this enlightened being and all of that, and that's fine, but we're living in the real world, and we're here to experience, okay? So it's, we need to do this, and this is why I don't like, the woo-woo-ness of a lot of, not all, but there's a lot of that in it, and I'm seeing it a lot on this island. I've got to be very careful what I say, but there's a lot of, I've seen bad advice being given to people who are in a time of need or stuff like that, and I'm very, very ethical with the work. This is something I've studied for a long, long time. And I believe that people giving wrong advice, when they have very little, they have knowledge, they have read the books, done the courses, but experience is what gives us, more knowledge. That's it. And it's like I say, you've got to be very, very careful. So bear that in mind when if you're going for readings or healings or something like that. Really ask questions of the person. I don't mind if somebody comes to me and says, what credentials have you got to make me come to you? Or I can tell them, I'm not trying to sell myself, but I can say this and this. So really look at somebody's background. Okay, that's what you need to do. And because we can all do courses, but we are studying all the time and we are learning all the time, and look at if that is being implemented into their daily life as well. Okay, I hope that makes sense, and I hope I've done that without upsetting anybody as well, because I was trying to do that from a place of love. I just there's a lot of times that I have to tie up loose ends for people that have been told wrong information and things like that, and it's like I say, it's something I feel very, very strongly about. I can be a complete nutter knacker in daily life. Honestly, I'm stupid. I'm ditzy when it comes to work. I'm very, very strict with myself because it is important, and I hope that comes out there as well. So, right, okay. High five, double Pisces. You always was such a simple statement. Yeah. Right. Okay. So I'm going to go now. And I'm just sending so much love to you all. Okay. I hope you can feel it. There's big, massive love bombs being sent your way today from this glorious sunshine. Okay. Lots of love. That now. Oh, now my mouse won't work. So it looks like I'm stuck here. Oh, I tried to be. Oh, thank you, Lucetta. Thank you. Right, okay, now mouse won't work, so I don't know how I can do this without. God, this is right. Send you love and happiness. Thank you, Terry. Am I Irish? No, I'm not. I'm a Geordie. I'm from Newcastle. Right, okay, why is the mouse not working at all? I can't do it. I just put new batteries in yesterday. All I want to do is click off the escape key. If I click the escape key, will it go off? Will it? You see, I'm not very technical. All right. Yeah, fuck you too, whatever your name is. Right, sorry, I hope people don't. There's somebody just actually said that to me there, which I think is funny. Right, okay, so I'm going to press the escape key. Did I? No, I pressed escape. I pressed Command Alt Delete. No, this is just force quick applications. Oh man, how do I do this now? God, right. I thought, can I do it with no? Right, okay. You are actually, somebody sent me a message the other day saying you are not very professional, and I was like, oh, thank you. But again, this shows how to do it. Pick the one you want to close. Yeah, it's not. It's just it's YouTube. Also, if I close Google, if the mouse won't work to even go on that. Right, I think I'm going to have to turn the computer off fully. I hope this saves when I do that. Oh, God, how do I do this? Hold on, I'm going to take the batteries out, give them a rub, and put them back in. Alice, we were thinking the same there. That always used to work, didn't it? Go away. Oh, God, who's that? I think it's really, really funny. You were the one that came here. If you don't like it here, you go away. Okay? Back to the rock you crawled out from. Right, okay, so giving them a little rub, little magic rub. It's me. It's like I say, Louisa last night, she was like, oh, God, it's you. It's you again. You have to stay on and give us all a reading. You know what? I hope not. I'm dying to speak to Tyler. I'm meant to be calling Tyler now, and I really, really want to speak to him. I can't wait. Right. Yeah, hold on. I've got something. There's a little light on. Oh, man. Maybe a sign you had one more gem of wisdom. No, don't leave. And then, it says I'm connected, so I'm going to quickly go. Okay, thank you.